And that's just a function of the number of moving parts you have, the number of valves and gaskets and flanges and mechanical devices that you have in those facilities is where the most probability of incidents occurs. Which is why at all of those facilities we have secondary and tertiary containment, so that the oil or whatever it is that's released doesn't leave the site. It stays on our site where we have all the tools and equipment to take care of it. So the vast majority are there. After each incident, we do, and I'm happy to talk about any of the recent incidents that you may be aware of. The tank issue we had in Abbotsford earlier this year, the Burnaby incident in 2007, the tank incident we had in Burnaby about 2010, and what's the fourth one? The Ward Road one in Abbotsford as well. I'm happy to talk about each one of them if you want me to. We do a thorough investigation after every incident. We learn from it, take corrective actions, and ensure it's never going to happen again. I can never say never, and I never will. But what I can tell you is that we live and breathe ensuring this doesn't happen every day. People will make mistakes, which is why you have corrective measures and preventative measures built in around people. You have containment, you have foam capabilities to put over any oil that does hit the ground. You've got impermeable berms around the tank. You've got air monitoring and detection. Can we do more in some areas? We're finding those things out. I mean, for example, after the incident we had in Abbotsford earlier this year in January, we have since upgraded our air quality monitoring all around that site. And we'll be looking to do that elsewhere to find out faster and more accurately what the changes in the air quality are in the vicinity of the terminal. We're also instituting what you think of as, those of you that have kids my age in school, automatic phone out. In the morning you get an automatic phone call and it's pushed out to all the parents. We're going to institute that to all the residents in the vicinity of our terminals so that we have immediate contact with residents and we can provide them information with what's happened, what to do or what not to do to try and help our residents. So again, we can't say never, but we're doing everything we can to prevent. Marine response capabilities, there's a long list of parties that are at play here. Transport Canada, the Coast Guard, Environment Canada, the province, and so forth, all have roles to play. We're spending a good bit of time with these people. I've been to Ottawa and talked about it to ensure that the federal government steps up to their obligations for marine response capabilities off the coast of British Columbia. We have an entity right now called Western Canada Marine Response Corporation, WRMRC, that all of the oil and pipeline companies currently active in the British Columbia Lower Mainland are the shepherds of. So we fund, and it's a co-op that we all participate in providing funding to ensure that they have the capabilities they need to respond. And their capabilities, if we continue on our plan to expand the pipeline, need to go up. The Coast Guards need to increase their accountability and they need to increase their investment. And we're doing the best we can to support the Chamber of Shipping, the port, the pilots, the tug operators to encourage that to happen. Tanker safety, as I said, it's a big issue. It's one that gets a lot of attention, and it's not my business, but we recognize the importance of it to our business. Tankers are all subject to very stringent regulatory requirements, both internationally, Canadian, as well as us. No tanker docks at our port, at our dock, without us having first inspected it, to make sure that the crew, the pilot, and all the conditions on the ship are acceptable to us and meet very stringent standards around its integrity. 2 Canadian pilots are on the ship the whole time. It's hard tethered, so there's 3 tugs that are tethered to any ship that is in the Burrard Inlet, and they're not just passively tethered, they're hard tethered, and on drills, if a rudder fails or something changes in the power on the boat, the tugs then take control and keep it online. They're all double inspection. As I said, we inspect them all. I got 1 or 2 minutes left.